is. Does anybody know what port 80 is? x86.
Hi guys.
Those use the I'm just more used to x86 than the ARM processors, so I just go with the 64-bit x86,
Hello.
and then you hit select. Now it tells you instance type. All right, choose your instance type. Remember we discussed instance types before?
Yes, sir.
These were all the lists of different instances. For this server, I'm probably just going to go with general purpose unless I
So
want
what
to
else? क्या चल रहा
have
है?
a really fast processor or a lot of.
Oh, are you getting any sounds?
Hello?
I'm just going to go.
Yes, sir. We are getting the background noise.
There is
This one
a meeting
consists of
चालू है.
either a Mac. You could actually have Mac running, believe it or not now.
Okay, now it won't be, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So we'll do two things. आज की टॉपिक है तो oops ही है. oops का बेसिक चेक करेंगे और we'll done. Sorry. So first thing we are supposed to do is we'll be going into oops and see what are the basic conditions of the oops are, and we'll see only how a class and a functions work. Okay. And what we are going to deal today is like let me tell you a brief of that, and then let's start the class. Okay. Is my whiteboard getting shared?
No, sir.
1 second.
Now it's visible, sir.
Yeah, got it. Okay. So we are going to discuss today on what is oops, why oops, and what are classes and objects. And then we'll go with the once the class and objects are done, we'll do a sample code, and that's it. MCQs. Okay, these are all we are going to deal today. So can anyone specify or can anyone describe what is oops? Anyone?
Object-oriented program.
Okay, so the acronym of oops is object-oriented programming. Okay, so if at all we are going to specify the object-oriented program, but can anyone give me what you know about oops? oops के बारे में आप क्या जानते हो? 3 points.
Class define करेंगे.
Okay, a class defined. Dinesh, there is some disturbance from your side.
हेलो
हाँ, और माइक को जरा दूर रख के बात करिए ना।
ओके ओके सर
So cool. So as we already seen that what is OOPS in the sense, OOPS is nothing but object-oriented programming. Is that object-oriented programming? Okay, and this S is nothing but to add that these are multiple topics involved in that. Okay, इसके लिए कुछ full form नहीं है. ठीक है? So once upon a time, when there was a C code established, there is no concept of classes or objects. Okay, so what used to happen is like every time if you want to do repeat some sort of code, let's say animal, cat is there. Okay, so again you have written a code for resembling a cat, and again you want to write the code for resembling a dog. Okay, so what just happened here is cat के लिए जो कुछ भी code लिखा है that is also useful for dog. Okay, and you copied it and you have created a new file for dog, and similarly for some other animal. Okay, so why this is being repeated again and again and again and again in such a way that every time if you want to create a similar similar kind of species, like in this I'm saying for with respect to this animal example, if you want to create for another animal, let's say rabbit. Okay, it will also have the same features for cat as cat and dog. So for this to be happening, because of the repetition of code again and again and again, we have implemented the class and objects in Python. So what just happens here is it allows us to develop application using object-based approach. What is object-based approach? So let's say cat, dog, rabbit, whatever it is, we'll create a class, generic class. Generic class. Class is nothing but a collection of objects. What is class called? Collection of objects. See, whenever we say int type, what is a type of int here? Sorry, what is a type of 5? What is the type of 5?
Integer.
Right, it is going to give class int. Yes or no?
Yes.
This particular class represents all the integers of this type. Okay. Oh, so whenever an integer is described, so it will automatically call the class that is considered along with the integer. Okay, integer के लिए class declare किया है Python की libraries में, and this particular type is going to call that particular class. Okay, in the similar way, class is nothing but collection of different objects together. Simply to say, okay, so human. What does humans refer? Like humans represent? Human represent both men and women, right? Yes or no? Human is a generic class where it represents both men and women. In the same way, we have also created, or we are also will create a generic or a simplified class which can be implemented to all the other objects. Like देखो अगर हम animal की एक class represent कर दिया, we have created a class with name animal. So this particular class can be utilized for dog, cat, rabbit also, right? Because all these are animals only. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So the major use of these OOPS concepts is nothing but it allows us to develop applications easier. First step is easier. Second step is focuses on writing the reusable code. What is that? Let me just write down here. First step is develop easily. Second step is reusable code. Okay, and third and nothing but is it solves the problem of creating. Okay, So we are going to see how we can reuse the code, how we can develop easily by using these OOPS concepts. So there are multiple topics to be covered in the OOPS concept with respect to Python. And such topic is this. So classes, object, method, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, and finally encapsulation. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about class, object, and method. And tomorrow we'll be going with the inheritance and polymorphism, and then third OOPS going to be abstraction and encapsulation. Okay, so basically, whenever there is a code, whenever you saw a large code described, let me just show you an example of code. Python code with example of classes. क्या चेक करूं? I just want to show. Okay, see here. See this. Oh, it is again. Hold on. I just want you to see a code. It is a Java code. Okay, I'm not getting any code. We'll write a code here. Okay, not to worry on that. So there go. So Python is again an object-oriented programming language. Why is object-oriented programming language? Every time, have any one of you have experience in C language? Anyone? At least know how the C language looks.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, C language में कमी क्या है? What is the deficit part of C language? Is it object-oriented?
No, sir.
We can define it nowadays, but still it is not an object-oriented programming language. It is low-level language which helps us to write simply methods. Okay, आपने functions लिखा है ना? C में खाली functions ही लिख सकते हैं. We can declare variables universally and we can access those variables by using functions. But later on, high-level language has been introduced, which are nothing but C++, Java, Python, and all these things. Golang. Okay, so what happened in this case? There is a transition from generalized programming to object-oriented programming, where object-oriented programming is nothing but creating a generic class which can satisfy functionality of different objects. Agar samjho maine car or can anyone specify car specifications? Any specifications? Okay, first one will be engine, right? And then torque, pickup, or you can say speed, max speed, right? So if you're going with the car, all these three are quite common. Though a ambassador or some bench car or even Bugatti, right? All these things carry these three different parts, but they can have their own ambassador car. Samjlo, let's say it have a method. How many prime ministers use it? Okay, how many PM use it this? And bench ka alag ho, which country has maximum bench? Okay, these are some again exclusively dependent on that particular object, but still, if you are going to see a if you are going to use a car, what you'll do, you'll use this particular car class which having engine, torque, speed, and we'll extend that to ambassador. उसके बारे में अभी if ambassador specific methods जो कुछ भी है, we'll declare in that and we'll use that case. Am I making any sense here?
थोड़ा
Thoda. Okay. 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 So let me do. Okay. Let me just clear this all. Select and. क्या हो गया भाई? Okay. Okay, let me just give you another example. तो आपको बेसिक सी व्हाट इज लूप समझ में आ गया ना? You can get into what is class and what is object-oriented programming.
So in simple English, how can we define oops?
That's okay. If you know alphabet, you can write many words, right?
Yeah.
Alphabets are nothing but oop concept, and coding is your words.
Hmm.
Okay. So
Yeah.
alphabets. Let's say, let me give an example. Let's say there are different cars, as usual. Ambassador शुरू करेंगे. Ambassador, GLA, and let's say my car, Duster, and some other cars. So 3 cars. Each car की अलग-अलग properties है, right? But all the some properties are common, like CC, what CC it is, what power it produces, what torque it produces. These 3 are common properties for any car. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Huh. So here this is a real-time object. You can see Ambassador, you can see a GLA class, you can see a Duster car. Yes or no?
Yes.
These are called objects. Oh, Duster is a car.
Yeah, Renault Duster.
Okay, so these are called objects. Objects are nothing but real-time entities which you can see. Okay, and now I want to generalize this. Okay, to make it generalized, समझो आपके पास एक Verna है, Verna car भी है. Okay, it also has 3 different same properties: power, torque. But I don't want to repeat the same code for everything. So what I'll do is I'll create a car class car, and I define all these properties in it: CC, power, torque. Okay, now what I want to do? I want to create a Verna. What is this Verna? It is a car type. So car of, and I'll pass all these 3 properties.
Okay.
CC हो जाएगा, power हो जाएगा, torque हो जाएगा. So now what just happened? We have created real-time object. एक Verna car को हमें create किया है with what properties? With CC, power and torque. कुछ समझ में आ रहा है guys?
Got it. So can there be a nested class?
Classes में nested होने की जरूरत नहीं है. But we can create nested class in Python. But I don't encourage nested classes. It might lead to ambiguity at the end.
Okay.
Nested classes to create कर सकते हैं, but we are not supposed to create as per the coding standards रहता है ना. आपको Python never says no to anything. Never says no to anything unless until it is syntactically wrong.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so but there are some ethics that we must follow in order to make this Python code neat and workable.
Okay.
Got it. So let's see. So majorly this OOPS or object-oriented programming is used to design the program using classes and objects. Okay, the major OOPS is totally for creating a class and then using that particular class to create objects. Class is nothing but an imagined entity. Imagination. क्या imagination कर रहे हो? Okay, if I have a car, that must be having this particular these attributes: CC, power, torque. Okay, and then what you'll do, you'll use these particular methods to extend to a real-time entity that is nothing but object. Clear?
Got it, sir.
Guys, again, if this doesn't get into your mind, the whole class, the whole session is a waste of time. Raise your hands who have a clear idea, or else I'll start again with some other example. चार लोगों को ये समझ में आया, सबके सबको नहीं आया क्या?
एक बार और प्लीज बोल दो.
हाँ, प्लीज की जरूरत क्या है? मुझे ये टॉपिक ही ऐसा रहता है.
Raise the hand who got it or raise the hand who have doubts.
Who understand, raise, then sorry, they can raise their hands. Okay, let me tell you a simple part. So, okay, if I say, if I have given the acronym, right, I have given the abbreviation of OOPS. What is meant by OOPS? Object oriented programming, right? So what is object? Sorry, I have written this there. What is an object in your mind? What do you mean by object? Any general meaning is also fine from. What is meant by object?
Any substance?
Anything which we can see, touch, feel, and so on, so right? Okay, that is a real-time object. Samjho laptop here, or else the shirt you wear, everything is an object, which we can see, which we can touch, and which we can feel, right? So in the same way, the high-level language like Java, Python, and C++, they use this object-oriented programming. What's happening here? Everything which you are going to do, every program which you're going to solve will be having objects of its own, and we are going to do this. We are going to solve the problems by using objects as a medium. That means, let's say you have n number of classes to attend. Okay, so each class has its own properties, but are similar to each other class. No, I'm making it silly. Okay, no, this is not the way. Okay, let me give you a best example. Guys, don't get confused. Let's just sort it out in just a minute. Okay. Okay, you know how to write a function, right? All of you.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me how I want to add two variables, 1, 2, and that must be with respect to function part. Can anyone explain it?
Okay.
So def
Variable name?
variable name.
Function name.
Okay, function name. Variable name is nahi aata bhai. And attributes A, B. Right. So, and what I have to do? Return, or if I want to print, I'll print there. Okay. A plus B. Right. This is a simple function. Right.
Yeah.
So let's say this function is utilized by किसका नाम ले लूं? Alvi. Okay, Alvi is utilizing this function. Now, I asked Imtiaz, or let's say Ali, to do the addition of two different numbers. वो क्या करेगा? बेचारा फिर से यही लिखेगा. Def add बोल के A comma B and some return A plus B. Right. मैं दिनेश को भी यही बोला था. So दिनेश क्या करेगा? Same function. F add A B return A plus B. Okay. So now see here. अगर समझो कौन अजय आया था. Now Ajay, I have assigned the same task. Okay. So what he will do? He will do the same thing which was done by Alvi, Ali, and Dinesh. Yes or no? Ajay also going to do the same thing. Def करेगा, add elements A comma B को भेजेगा, and उसको return A plus B करेगा. Yes or no?
Yes.
हाँ. So समझो Alvi, Ali, Dinesh, Ajay are objects who are going to perform addition. ओके, आलवी को भी एडिशन करना आता है, अली को भी एडिशन करना आता है, दिनेश को भी एडिशन करना आता है. सेम गोes with the Ajay part. Okay, now these objects are so let's say if some other guy, आसिफ आया था, उसका भी ऐसा ही काम चलता है. So now what we'll do, or how the object oriented programming comes into picture. C में ना we have to define in C language, we will be defining the methods and we'll be accessing at that particular time. But in Python or any other high level languages, we have a facility to create a generic class. That means let's say a class object. समझो एक ऑब्जेक्ट का क्लास बना दिया और लेट्स से स्टूडेंट का क्लास बना दिया. ओके, इसमें मैं एक मेथड डालता हूं व्हिच इज नथिंग बट def add a comma b return a plus b. Okay, this is a class in which these are the particular method must be so this method is available. Okay, अब मैं क्या करता हूँ, आसिफ आया था, आसिफ has an access to class, तो क्या करेगा? So it is nothing but student. This is how we are going to declare it. Student का नाम क्या है? आसिफ. आसिफ equals to new student of, और new का कीवर्ड जरूरत नहीं है, new student of. Okay, so आसिफ create हो गया. अब आसिफ के पास क्या मेथड है? एडिशन का मेथड है. And how is this method getting acquired from the student class? So अभी आसिफ क्या बोलेगा? Simply आसिफ dot add of a comma b बोल देगा. So this will automatically triggers this particular method and this is going to return us an output. Okay, similarly अगर कोई और आया, मतलब समझो सूर्या ही आया, तो क्या हो जाएगा? Student सूर्या equal to student of. Okay, अगर सूर्या को भी प्रिंट करना चाहता है, so क्या करेगा सूर्या भी? बेचारा वो भी ऐसा ही करेगा, सूर्या dot add of a comma b. Okay, instead of writing for each and every object different number of times, okay, we'll create a class and we'll create the objects for it. Objects are nothing but Ali, Alvi, Dinesh, Ajay, and so and so, whoever it is. Does it making any sense? समझ में आया?
Yeah.
And the operations we are going to perform, how we are going to access the objects by using a class is nothing but OOPS concept. It's called as OOPS concept. Hello.
Yes sir, आ रहा है.
हाँ, आपको किसी को अभी फिर से किसी को कुछ डाउट है, अभी बोल दीजिए, because once I step into some more topics, it will be confusing for you all. Anyone, any doubt, just put it out. Guys, faster. No doubts?
सर ये एक बार VS कोड में रन कर सकते हैं सर?
VS कोड में रन करने का टाइम अभी बाकी है, दौड़ना मत. We have to walk, we don't have to run. Okay.
मतलब कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है सर.
हाँ, समझ में आने के लिए तो okay. Let me just see how I can help you with that. VS Code. New share. VS Code. Control. Okay. So पहले आया अली. अली के लिए बोला def add of a comma b colon, and now what we did, we are just printing a plus b, right? So Ali के लिए तो एक कोड लिख दिया, Ali ने execute कर दिया and he left. And let's say I have created another method here. So now what happening? There new fellow will be coming here and we'll be accessing it, right? Let's say Dinesh ही है. Okay, Dinesh आया था, उसको भी same ऐसा ही बोला था. To make this happen, we said okay, let me add for Ali. Add for Ali. Dinesh के लिए def add for Dinesh. A comma B colon print of A plus B. Okay. So what just happened? So Ali के लिए एक method है, Dinesh के लिए एक method है. So are they doing the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So समझो अभी J आ गया बीच में. मैं भी करने like he also want to do and so he entered it. So def बोल दिया add for J of A comma B. Okay. So again he is also performing the same thing. So now what just happened? Here these are three different people, Ali, Dinesh, J, are using three different methods, but still the output is same. Right? So here the people Ali, Dinesh, J are called objects because they are real time, they are real people. Yes or no? Now what I'll do is we have a class, we have a process called generalization with a class. So मैं क्या बोलता हूँ? Class is a keyword in Python. Class, and I want to make student class. Always it must be a capital, guys. It can be any language. It can be any student, and this is how the declaration goes: colon. Okay, so there will be a method called init. So def underscore underscore init underscore underscore of. Okay, so what are the methods that we are supposed to allow? Sorry, what are that values you are going to give in the braces? They are called as attributes.
A plus me.
Or
Parameters.
parameters, to be in simple. Okay, so if you want to give object which you are going to give some parameters, they will go in this particular experiment. If without parameters also, it will work. No problem in that. Okay. So now initialize तो कर दिया और इसको एक काम करेंगे. Initialize में ना हम एक नाम भेजेंगे name. Okay, so self dot name equals to name. Just don't ask me what's happening here. You'll get to know everything. Okay. Just understand an overview. We'll see one by one, step by step. And next, now I'm defining a method called def add of A comma B colon, and I'm asking it to print A plus B. Okay, so ऐसा करे तो like if you are going through to solve the summation of two numbers in this way, it will also work. But now see here, अगर देखो अभी this is how I define a class, right? Now let me just create objects for it. Objects are nothing but students to be added. Okay, so what I'll just say, student, or simply say stu equals to student of. Okay, इसको क्या चाहिए अभी? Name चाहिए. So because I'm asking for an attribute, right? Init method is nothing but full form of, sorry, its full form is initialization. What is it? Initialization. Okay, whenever you're trying to create an object by using a class, again, whenever you're trying to create an object using a class, you must give init method. Okay, if there is no init method specified, it will go for a default init method. Making sense? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But can
So,
you please repeat the sentence?
okay. So, where am I? बीच में अटकना मत यार. ठीक है.
Whenever, I mean that init.
Okay. So init full form is nothing but initialization. What is it called? Initialization. The name itself says, right? It is going to help us initialize a new object. using this particular class. Is that clear? Chaitra, I guess, right?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, let's say अभी Chaitra का object ही create करें. Chaitra. Okay. So what I'm trying to do, Chaitra has a name, so I'm going to give that. Chaitra, which is a string. Okay, so I'm passing it. Now if I press enter, Chaitra's object has been created. That means Chaitra is now a student, officially a student. Okay, student class के properties जो कुछ भी है, she can access that. If I say Chaitra dot, क्या method आ रहा है? पहले जो कुछ भी declaration दिख रहा है ना, that is called method in that particular student class of, and what is it expecting? It is expecting 2 variables. Okay, if I give 2 variables, 2, 3. Okay, if I run this code, it is going to print 6. What is happening? Yeah. Some mistake I made. Take 2 personal arguments, but 3 were given. Okay. See, self, comma. तो क्या आ गया था? Is the addition achieved here? Yeah. So let me just show you one more part. So instead of अगर समझो J का class J का J को भी ऐड करना चाहता है, so what you will do? Say simply J equals to student of J. Okay, and again same for Dinesh. Dinesh equals to student of Dinesh. तो अब देखो सारे की सारी J और Dinesh को भी add method will be available. J dot add of 12, 13. Okay, so now in the similar way, it will also be available to Dinesh. Dinesh dot add of 15, 15. देख रहे हो? So what just happened here? Instead of writing add method for each and every person, we have created a class which is having add method, and now this add method can be accessed for the names who are part of the student. Okay, if I run this code, क्या print होने वाला है? सारे की सारी values print होने वाला है. Is this making any sense? Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
हाँ. Guys, any doubts, just put it out. Just
मतलब-
faster. I'm giving 2 minutes of time. हाँ, बोलो.
हम यहाँ से प्रोग्राम पहले से बना के रखते हैं और उसके
क्या?
लिए एक्सेस करने के लिए जो हम ऐड करते हैं जो इसको स्टूडेंट्स को, तो वो एक्सेस करेंगे बस ना सर.
Okay. Don't make a mistake. Like don't get it wrongly. Here, student is a generalized word.
Yes, sir,
He is generalized word. That means, हाँ.
हमने यहाँ पे
Whoever, हाँ बोलो.
नहीं सॉरी सर, हमने एक प्रोग्राम बना दिया यहाँ पे स्टूडेंट के अंदर जो ऐड प्लस ए प्लस बी का.
Okay.
ओके, जो प्रोग्रामिंग है, जो भी उसको ऐड करते हैं हम ऑब्जेक्ट्स को, तो एक्सेस कर पाएंगे वो प्रोग्राम को.
Exactly.
मतलब
देखो एक छोटी सी बात सुनो. Student is nothing but collection of
करना चाहते हो वो नहीं हो सकता.
different students, right? Like Dinesh, Ajay, so all these will come under the student. Okay, every student को क्या, what is the method available for every student? Add method. Okay, अगर समझो Ali आया था, Ali भी, if I create Ali as a student, he can utilize all the properties or all the methods. Let's create another method. Def subtract of A comma B colon
Self.
print. हाँ बोलिए. Someone has raised the hand. 1 second. Someone has raised the hand. Who is that? Okay. So A minus B. बोलिए. कुछ डाउट है क्या? कोई ने इंटरप्ट किया था मुझे सार बोल के। हाँ दिनेश बोलो।
सर ये dev init self name meet
अरे यार आप क्यों दौड़ रहे हो भाई? Why are you running? Is there any urgency meeting to be attended by you?
no sir.
Right?
No.
Just
Sorry,
take a. अच्छा बच्चे लोगों को जरा समझ में आने दो. What is class? What is student?
Okay sir. Sorry
बाद
sir.
में we'll go and see what is init and what is self here and what is this particular name.
Okay sorry sir.
Okay. हाँ अर्पित बोलो.
Sir, class name must be capital letter ना?
Can be, cannot be, no problem in that.
मतलब सर एरर नहीं देगा वो.
एरर में दिखाया क्या?
क्लास नेम मस्ट बी.
नहीं अब एरर दिखाए तो सारे के सारे वैल्यूज एरर ही आना है ना.
ठीक है सर.
हाँ और वैसा कुछ पाइथन में ऐसा कुछ नेमिंग कन्वेंशन कुछ ऐसा नहीं है. लाइक इट मस्ट बी.
ये सेंसिटिव रहता है ना पाइथन में, तो इसीलिए पूछा.
हाँ but in order to make it clear and understandable you have to give it a capital. If you given if you make use of using capitals in the name class names, it will be helpful for you to understand. Array, okay, this is class, this is object. Okay, it is just a coding ethics. Okay, so now the main use, just keep it blindly in your mind. The main use of class and objects is to avoid repeating code. Okay, that is our main and only use of object-oriented programming, and which is also eases the work of producing. That means देखो, so अभी मैं J को दे दिया, right? Now, if I say J dot, so these are all the methods available for J. Okay, so if I say print J dot name, okay. So this is another attribute which is forming from student class. If I run this, क्या आएगा? J आ गया, देखो, right? So what you are supposed to do here, what you are getting in your why do we use class and object is for this purpose. Okay. So अगर देखो, if you want each and every person to perform the same action, okay, आपने list use किया ना? List. आपने tuple use किया, आपने set use किया, right? So these are all of different classes which were already described in your Python when it is installed in your laptop. Okay, so what you are doing, you are creating list को बनाने का तो क्या करेगा? List equals to some square brackets दे जाएगा, so it will be created, or we can say list of. Have you ever thought why we are providing list of with a bracket? Okay, so list is a class name and we are creating an object for this particular class list and we are utilizing it to store some values. Making sense? हाँ या ना तो बोलिए जी, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so देखो इधर. So if I say इसमें अभी में हम जरा values डालेंगे 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this a valid declaration of list?
No.
Why is it not? It is. We have sent these values and asking the list that अरे बाबा तुम्हें आप जो कुछ भी list create करने वाला for li, make sure that it is going to have these values. Okay, this is nothing but parameters passing. So if I don't give any parameters as such, this is called default constructor. What is it? Default. Init है ना? Init वाला. So this is called a default process, which we must do whenever we are going to say. Okay. Fine. So abhi we'll go with the 2 different points. We'll discuss each and every line here. So what is this class representing? Class का मतलब क्या है? It is nothing but collection of different objects. And objects का object कैसे रहता है? They are from student. It can be of anything. Let's say if I want to create a class for car, क्या करता हूँ मैं? Simple. Class car कॉलन हो गया मेरा क्लास क्रिएशन। क्या बोलता है फिर डेफ, उसके लिए इनिशियलाइज चाहिए, वी हैव टू क्रिएट अ कंस्ट्रक्टर। इनिशियलाइज इज नथिंग बट अ कंस्ट्रक्टर। कंस्ट्रक्टर का मतलब क्या है? जस्ट इन सॉरी, इंग्लिश मीनिंग में कंस्ट्रक्टर क्या होता है? व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ कंस्ट्रक्टर?
बनाने वाला।
Which builds something, right? Which builds something. So here init or initialization method is nothing but a constructor which constructs objects using this particular class. Making sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So see here. So init, and why is this self we are using? Let me just give a class here. So name and year. I'm just giving two attributes for my car. Okay, if I say self dot name equals to name, self dot year equals to year. Okay, so see here, this is self keyword is utilized or used to represent the object we are creating. ओके, सो समझो मैंने एक बुगाटी को क्रिएट कर रहा हूँ। देखो इधर, let me give an example, sorry, another method to understanding. So let me just say def info of self. Okay, self dot name comma self dot year. Okay, so this is my car class. Now if I want to create a Bugatti, or let's say some simple car Benz, equals to, what I have to do? I have to say that car of क्या क्या भेजना चाहिए इसको? नेम भेजना है और ईयर भेजना है. So let's say name is a string Benz, comma year is let's say 2020. Okay, if I press enter, अभी क्या हो गया? Bench class is being initialized. Bench class has been initialized. So with using what? Using a car class. So bench is an object which is a car having these properties, sorry, having the name as bench and year as 2020. Does it make any sense? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes.
हाँ. Guys, आपको किसी को कुछ डाउट है तो अभी हाथ उठाओ, अभी पूछ दीजिए. Because I'll be increasing my speed a little bit. Any doubts? अगर इस क्लास समझ में आ गया ना, कल की क्लास इजी हो जाएगा. Like for tomorrow's class it will be easy. Guys, any doubts here? Someone asked me a doubt.
self नहीं समझ में आया, as in
हाँ, देखो इधर देखो. अगर मैं benz dot infos of एक मेथड क्रिएट किया. Sorry, I already have a method called infos, right? So I'm just calling it with the bench variable. Sorry, bench object. If I run this, क्या प्रिंट करता है ये? देखो, bench 2020 प्रिंट कर दिया. Right? Who asked the question?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Jen, stay with me. So see here, bench और 2020 को प्रिंट कर दिया. ये self का मतलब ये है कि self is nothing but representing the variable which we are calling with. Variable which we are calling with. अगर समझो मैं एक और एक कार का कंपनी का नाम बोलो, Ford, which left India. Ford equals to car of, कंपनी का नाम Ford है, and year is some like 2021. Okay, again Ford dot infos of. अगर मैं प्रिंट किया तो क्या आने वाला है? हाँ
4/2021.
Self name or
अरे दिव्यांश भाई, Infosys is just a name by which I have given. Okay, let me just give output. अरे आपको कॉन्सेप्ट समझ में आया, नाम समझ में आया, that is what I love it. Okay, Divyansh, is that clear? It is just a name which I have given as Infos. Yeah. So if I run this, क्या आएगा? Ford or 2021? Why not Benz and 2020? Why Ford and 2021?
Because Ford self.
One after the other, one after the other. Okay. मुजीब भाई बोलो.
सर वो अपडेटेड है ना सर?
अभी मैं Benz dot output फिर से प्रिंट किया तो क्या आएगा?
Ford 2021.
नहीं, Benz फिर से आएगा भाई.
सर यहाँ पे बेंज और फोर्ड दो अलग ऑब्जेक्ट्स है। एक ऑब्जेक्ट जो है तो बेंज उसने फॉर्मूला यूज करके एक कोड रन किया तो इसमें आया बेंज 2020 और फोर्ड जो है इसने यूज किया अपना मतलब फॉर्मूला सेम था मगर उसने वैल्यूज चेंज किए बस।
Exactly. So simply this car is, as Jay said, which is a good point. This is our formula. Okay. So Ford ने अपने values को भेजा और अपने output को ला लिया. Benz ने अपने values को भेजा, अपने output को ला लिया. ठीक है? So Ford and Benz are two different objects which are using class car and getting their own outputs.
Okay.
And these two objects will get stored in the database, or sorry, will get stored in the memory at two different locations. अगर समझो मैं print Benz किया, print Benz, and again print Ford. देखो क्या आया था इधर, main car object at this particular location. Is it making any sense? Here, main dot car object at this particular location. Are these two locations same?
No sir.
Huh. Oi.
No, sir, different.
Exactly. That means these two are two different objects. Ford एक अलग सी कार है, Benz एक अलग सी कार है, right? So we are creating two different cars using our car class, and in that we are providing our output accordingly. So this particular self which you are specifying in each and every method in the car class is nothing but representing the object which is going to get created in this car class, created using this car class. Am I making any sense here, or am I talking some shit? Guys, hi Anna.
अगर सर
नहीं कोई पूछने वाला है कुछ, बोलो.
अगर सर हमको मतलब कार का स्पीड जाना है तो सेल्फ वहाँ पे इनिट की जगह पे एक ये बना के फिर सेल्फ डॉट वो
हाँ
मतलब
एट्रीब्यूट देना है स्पीड, हमको इधर एट्रीब्यूट पास करना है 90 kmph, इधर भी 130 kmph. Okay, if I want to print that thing as well, इधर भी print करना है, comma self dot speed. Sorry.
यहाँ पे 35 लाइन पे मेंशन
and here भी add करना है, self dot speed equals to speed. अरे यार speed. Okay, if I run this code, now it is going to return all these values.
Okay, sir.
समझ में आया? हाँ, and we also have another kind of process called extraction. That means see, even as here self dot name बोल के self dot name assign कर दिया ना name value को, ऐसा ही हम इसमें भी print कर सकता है. Bench dot बोल के name को access कर सकता है. नेम। अगर मैं इसको प्रिंट कर दिया तो वो बेंज दे देगा, ठीक है। if you want to attribute, if you want to get a single attribute like year, वो year दे देगा, दिख रहा है?
हाँ सर।
2020, right? So that's how this output or these classes will work. So आपको basic idea आया how is this class and how is these objects are going to work?
Yes.
Yeah, sir.
Okay, so can anyone summarize it? Anyone? अरे ट्राई तो करिए। Who are going to try? Okay, no one is willing to say. So see here, just for the summary part, class is nothing but collection of different objects like this: Benz, Ford, BMW. All these will come under the class car. Okay, and car having these properties: name, year, speed. Every car which you're going to create using this particular class will be having these three. We must be having these three properties, and can have access extra properties as well. But we have to mention those extra properties in the initializer. Okay, so and whatever the method we are providing in the output, that must be having that can be accessed by any object created by this particular class, created by using this particular. समझो इधर भी हमें एक definition add कर रखेंगे, def add of self. Self का मतलब क्या है? Whatever the object we are sending, we are using that particular object to be as a part. And 1 comma, okay, a comma b colon print a plus b, ठीक है। अगर देखो बेंच को आउट बेंच के साथ करना है तो क्या करेंगे? बेंच डॉट एड ऑफ 23,67। अभी मैं इसे रन कर दिया, क्या हो जाएगा? वैल्यू आ जाएगा फोर्ड के ऊपर, देखा 90, which is nothing but 23,67. Is it making any sense here or am I speaking? Guys, is there any doubts? Guys? Hello?
Clear, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, what is your doubt? Hello, any doubts?
No, sir. No.
Okay, so this just let me give you a brief on self parameter. Self parameter is just the reference to the current instance of the class. अगर इस कार का समझ लो, उसका current instance क्या है? Whatever the object which you have created using car class. अगर हमारे example में Ford is our current instance. Making sense? It does not have to be named self. You can call it whatever you like, but it has to be first parameter of any functions in the class. Oh, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
That means see, I have given it as self, right? I can call it as Surya. Okay, so let me just make it Control C. Okay. Okay, what is happening? Control V, Control V, Control V. इधर देख रहे हैं ना? Whatever the name you are specifying in the initializer at the start will be our name throughout. Okay. अगर मैं self दिया था, self will be representing the method object which you are going to return, and Surya is also going to do the same part. Name convention nahi hai. Here the main part you must see is name can be anything, but still the first value provided in the initializer will always represent the object which is being created by using this particular car class. Making sense? Guys, any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, so hoping that there is
Sir?
no doubt. हाँ बोलो.
सर ये जो आपने सूर्या चेंज किया है, ये नेम है क्या ऑब्जेक्ट का?
वही अब तक मैं जो कुछ भी बोला है ना बेकार पड़ गया. अभी देखो, देख, द फर्स्ट पॉइंट इज, इधर अभी पिछले एग्जांपल पे क्या था? व्हाट इज देयर इन द प्रीवियस एग्जांपल?
सेल्फ का.
राइट. सो सेल्फ की जगह जो कुछ भी नाम रख सकते हो.
ओके सर.
even it can be your name. Okay, but remember this: first attribute or parameter of init method or initialize method will always represent the object that is going to get created using this particular class. Hello? Yes or no?
ओके सर.
हाँ, अभी देखो, इसलिए मैं बेंच को प्रिंट किया तो बेंच डॉट ईयर बेंच डॉट नेम बेंच का वैल्यूज आ रहा है. फोर्ड को प्रिंट किया तो फोर्ड का वैल्यूज आ रहा है. व्हाई? an object on that particular name has already been created and the values are being assigned to it. So that's the reason whenever you run a code with this, you'll get the values according to that particular object. Clear?
ओके सर. यस सर.
Any doubts, guys? अभी पूछिए, any doubts?
No, sir.
नो सर.
Finally, some relief. Okay. And see here. So, as we have already saw, for के अंदर जो कुछ भी लिखा, for I in Surya, print of I. Okay, so we now what just happened? These two lines are together, right? And every iteration it will execute the line which is currently specifying the indentation part. Yes or no?
Sir.
Huh. In the same way, these methods I have written with some indentation in between. Why is it so?
Scope है sir उसका.
Exactly. So output add these two methods are only supposed to execute when it is with respect to car object. Okay. If I say bar में लिखकर add of बोल दिया and मैंने भेजा कि 2 values, is it going to work? क्या बोल रहा है देखो, add is not defined. किधर define नहीं किया था? We have defined the add over here, right? We have defined the add in this case, but it is having a local scope unless until it is under this particular class. So for that reason, we will have to use an object that is created by using that class. If I say for.add off, this is a valid valid condition. Any doubts in this? So here these methods are called local scope methods. Why? These can be used only when an object with the car has been created. Guys, is it clear?
Yes sir.
Any doubts? I'm asking you again, any doubts?
So can you also access the add function by using car.add
car क्या है इधर?
class?
था, but object के साथ ही ऐड कर सकते हैं ना?
Okay.
हाँ, because देखो, अगर मैं यहाँ पे car dot add off बोल दिया, एक क्या सोचेगा? Directly it is going to see if there is no object, it is going to specify that particular name. It will consider that as an instance being generated. 33,44. ओके देखो क्या आया था इधर, क्या आया था line 54 car add of 33,44 missing one required positional argument B. What is the argument that is getting missed? Here we are passing the object itself along with values A and B. Yes or no?
Yes.
Huh. But when I use a class name and I call the add method, are we passing the three methods? So three variables which it is expecting?
No.
No. So that means this Python is expecting a object to be created using car class, and then we extend, and then we add these two values. Okay.
Understood, sir. Yeah.
Clear. Good. So any doubts, guys? Any other doubts? Guys, any doubts? Hello?
No, sir.
Okay. So there are some methods for objects to be performing. That means, देखो, अब तक हमें add किया, output किया, right? So these are all called methods or nothing but functions in the class. Okay, so now if I want to modify object properties, how can I do that? Object का properties बदलना है, कैसे कर सकता हूँ? Okay, देखो, year क्या दिया था? 2020, right? If I want to change 2020, I'll just simply say bench dot year equals to 1920. Okay, if I run this code, क्या होने वाला है? देखा, अभी 2020 से क्या हो गया? 1920. Why is it 1920? Because we have reassigned the value which is already present with the bench attribute to 1920. Making sense? Even it goes with the same with the name as well. If you want to change bench dot name equals to Suryakar, and if I run this, देखा Suryakar. Of course, it is supposed to be in the next line, which you have to print manually. And run. देखा 1920 Suryakar. समझ में आ रहा है कुछ?
Yes, sir.
हाँ. Why this Suryakar is getting printed? Because of the output part. Output में we are giving car name and year and mileage. Okay. So any other doubts in this? Huh? Guys, any other doubts in this? Guys, faster, any other doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. So let's just conclude this. So object-oriented programming is all about creating objects. Just keep it in mind. An object is a group of interrelated variables and functions, which is like this bench and float. Okay, these variables are often referred to as properties of the object, and functions are referred to as the behavior of the object. How is it so? Okay, again, can anyone repeat? Variables are often referred to as properties of the object, and methods referred to as behavior of the object. अगर देखो इधर अगर हम इसको देखा था name and year, right? So what are these? These are known as, what are these called as?
Attribute.
Properties of car. हर एक कार को क्या क्या रहता है commonly? Name, year and mileage or speed. Yes or no? So these are called as properties. What are those called as properties? Year, name, whatever we are going to give in this case, all these are called as properties. Okay, and if you are performing some function using those properties, like see def, okay, here it is the case already available. So here हमें output का नाम method, output एक method का नाम लेके we are creating the values, right? We are creating the output. So this particular is called as object functions are referred to as behavior of the objects. Okay, you'll get to know a good amount of examples in the CC, which I'm planning to give. No need to worry on this. So if it is clear, I'll move on to the next part. So there is a method called, which is already inbuilt, and we already saw it in the yesterday's class, del space Ford. If I say del space Ford, what is going to happen? Huh?
It will delete
Delete
the
the
Ford
thing.
object.
That's what happened here. It तो delete हो गया Ford, or Ford dot output is not going to give any other example. Sorry, any other values. ठीक है? And 52 line पे error आ गया था. अगर मैं इसको comment कर दिया, अभी error किधर आएगा? 53 line पे. क्यों? Ford is not available in the whole system to be accessed. So अगर हमको इसे clear करना है, so control question mark and if I press enter, okay. Ford is a string, so let's give it as a string. Yeah, Ford is not defined. Okay, Ford is not defined is correct. Why? Because we have deleted the Ford and still we are trying to access the Ford. That is the reason Ford not found error. Clear है?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, आपको delete करना है, कुछ करना है, you have to use, you can use delete directly or you can update the values, but in some cases it is better to use this kind of values. ठीक है? Now, let me put it straightforward. What is class? A class is a collection of objects. And what is object? Object is a real-time entity. And what is method? Behavior of the object. Making sense?
Yes, sir.
Huh. That's pretty much. Now, let's just get back to the part. Okay, so let's do some MCQs part. And then we'll see an example on, like full-fledged example on this kind of programming, and we'll close the session. Is that clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
अगर मैं पहला भी जो कुछ भी देने वाला हूँ ना, if anyone keeps it wrong, they are gonna face. Okay. Is first MCQ visible to you all? Guys, is first MCQ is visible?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, now first question is up.
Yes.
This first question itself says whether you have used, like, understood or not. So guys, in the next question, there are multiple answers. Check correctly and answer. So I think most of you answered the first question. Here comes the second question. Multiple MCQs are there.
इसमें क्या 2 आंसर देना था क्या सर?
क्या हो?
हेलो
हाँ बोलो.
सर, इसमें 2 आंसर देना था.
No, there are 2 answers for this.
हाँ वही. ओके.
हाँ, 2 answers ही है. Okay, if you're done with that MCQ, I have, okay, still 4 numbers have to attempt. So guys, Kalki class is going to be disaster if you don't understand today's class. Okay, here comes the next MCQ. Did you understand the given question? Like third MCQ. Only 4 has attempted. Guys, third MCQ is up. So someone has already kept false. Did you gone through the question? Have you gone through the question? Okay, we'll wait for 2 more minutes. Let me give you another MCQ, which is a good one.
यस सर, देखा नहीं था मुझे.
क्या हुआ था?
ठीक से देखा नहीं था.
ठीक से देखा नहीं था. Okay. You have to practice, guys. ठीक से देखना पड़ता है. 1 मार्क में 1 जॉब मिस हो सकती हो. And this question will clarify today's topics. A, B, C, D, and submit. Instantiation, initialization, creation, construction, all these things refers to the same part. Hmm. Guys, समझ में आया हमसे क्यों? अच्छा, बहुत लोग क्रिएट कर दिया 90%.
हेलो हेलो सर
हाँ.
सर लास्ट वाला एमसीक्यू एक बार एक्सप्लेन करना है
Okay, 1 second. Let's just all of you, yeah, like most of them has completed the MCQs part, I guess. Okay, so see here, now it's time out. So let's get to the first part. So dash represents an entity in the real world with its identity and behavior. Real world का entity क्या है इसमें? It's nothing but an object. Yes or no?
Sir.
Object को हम feel कर सकते हैं ना? Which is a real world entity. So the answer is going to be B. Next in the second bit is dash is used to create an object. क्या यूज करना है ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करने के लिए? कंस्ट्रक्टर हो गया. अभी init method, which is also called as constructor. Okay, constructor is a way to create it, but init method is used to create, which is nothing but a constructor. Okay, now third question, is the following Python code correct? क्या किया था इस पे? सेल्फ दिया था और उसमें एक ओके क्लास नेम इज ए, सो एक डिफाइन कर दिया मेथड को. ओके, एक मेथड को डिफाइन कर दिया, display self of print self dot b, object a of hello. Okay, this is a correct way of executing the part. And del object. So is there any syntax error available here? Syntactically correct है ना?
यस सर.
So the answer is true.
सर स्क्रीन शेयर नहीं कर रहा.
नहीं, स्क्रीन शेयर नहीं कर रहा हूँ, बट आपके पास तो मिलता है ना MCQs. खुद की सिस्टम पे मिलता है ना भाई?
यस सर यस सर.
हाँ, उसमें देखिए. And what is the instantiation in terms of OOP terminology? Which is nothing but creating an instance of class. वही ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएशन है.
सर मॉडिफाई है?
Modifying an instance of class, no. Instances is totally for creation an object.
No सर मॉडिफाई के लिए
Modifying हमें कभी modify instance को modify करना मतलब देखो, अब एक पिछले एग्जांपल पे okay, 1 second, let me show. In this I said that bench dot name equals to Sujakar, bench dot year equals to 1920, right? Which is not the input which I have given earlier with the car object. That is called modification.
Okay.
Yeah. So any other doubts?
No sir.
Okay. Today's class is that's pretty much. I don't want to overload you guys on the same day. So what you guys do is, as a little extra homework other than CC, you are supposed to write a class of your interest, whatever it is. A class नाम बताओ. अगर समझो animal का लिख रहे, okay, if you're going to write a class called animal class, in that write breed, age, and life, how it sound like. Let's say dog, Bobo, BOW, as such, like, okay, just for a small, you have to consider all these three variables. Breed lena hai, year lena hai, sound lena hai with the constructor, and you have to print it individually. If I ask for sound, you have to print the sound. If I ask for name, you have to print the name. If I ask for the age, you have to print the age. समझ में आ रहा है कुछ?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, that is your small assignment other than CC.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now let me just create the attendance and get back to our doubts session, doubts part. कल की topic में now we'll be going with inheritance part. Okay, please, I request you again, please go through this inheritance, which won't be an easy task for you to understand, and it won't be an easy task for me to explain as well. Okay, so if you go a little bit read on that particular topic, it will help me and you to get easier understanding. Are you going to do that, right? And you are going to do that?
Yes, sir.
Haji, I have created the attendance. Whoever have no doubts can leave, and who have doubts can stay. Okay, if no one has any doubts, I'll wait for 5 more minutes. If no one has any doubts, I'll leave the class. तो भाई प्रैक्टिस कैसे चल रहा है?
सर वो हैकर रैंक पे कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है सर।
क्या हो?
वो सैंपल 1 सैंपल 2 वो दिखा रहे कुछ।
किसमें?
वो हैकर रैंक पे।
हैकर रैंक में सैंपल क्यों? हैकर रैंक क्यों ट्राई कर रहे हो? कुछ प्रॉब्लम एग्जाम दिया क्या?
नहीं वो अभी एग्जाम है ना सर, उसके लिए।
ओके, तो हैकर रैंक पे आपके टॉपिक के बाद लाइक टॉप with respect to topic you'll be getting questions like, let's say for loop, you'll be having questions on for loop. If condition statement, you'll be having questions on if. ऐसा कुछ ट्राई करो ना, प्रैक्टिस हो जाएगा.
ओके ओके ठीक।
सर मैं
बोलो
सर। ये ऑप्स मतलब कैसे, कौन से सिचुएशन में यूज करते हैं सर? ये मतलब
किसको?
क्या
अगेन योर वॉइस इज नॉट
सर। ऑप्स को हम मतलब क्यों यूज करते हैं, कहाँ पे यूज करते हैं सर?
Okay, oops concept is being used in everyday coding. Okay, क्यों यूज कर रहा है? First point, it generalizes the usage of a repetitive code. एक बार it create करो, सारे के सारे हर एक बार उसको यूज कर सकते हैं by making it a object.
Okay.
That is the main reason object-oriented programming language like Java, Python are famous even today.
Okay.
Yep. आप ना एक बार oops होगा कि like next week पे enter होते हैं ना, then you will be seeing the actual magic of oops.
Okay.
Because हर एक बार will be creating a class, हर एक बार will be using those methods in that, and you'll be adding and updating the values. Okay, any doubts? And all these oops concept, whatever I spoke earlier, and help us write the code efficiently. Okay, अभी class को declare कर दिया और methods को define किया, right? And there are multiple ways of defining methods, and those multiple ways are nothing but all these topics: inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, and encapsulation. ठीक है, कल एक दो को देखेंगे, बाद में परसों में एक दो को देखेंगे. ठीक है?
ओके सर।
ओके सर।
Yep, thank you folks.
सर वो एग्जाम में अब तक मतलब जितने टॉपिक्स कवर है उतना ही आएगा सर?
I'll take care of it. No need to worry on that. एग्जाम कब है?
25 को
18 to
18th 6 to 8 तक है क्या ना?
yeah.
Okay, let me talk to those people tomorrow and I'll update you tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
Because
Good
I
night,
have
sir.
to,
Yeah.
because of me. Yeah, good night, good night. Thank you,
Yes.
folks.
कुछ बोल रहे थे सर?
नहीं, आपको एग्जाम में कुछ तकलीफ लेने की जरूरत नहीं है. It is just a mock test, right?
Sir, actually,
हाँ, बोलो ज्ञानतेजा.
sir, actually, it is asking about review, sir. I mean, review course report.
Review?
Yes, sir.
Which review?
I mean, it is asking to submit some review, sir. About sir.
Attendance?
Yes, no, sir. After attendance, it is asking about
हाँ, review
experience.
regarding the class. क्या सुना
That's
है,
not.
कैसे लगा है?
No, sir. It is asking something apart from attendance, sir. Course report, something.
1 second. I'll be making you as in what to say? I'll make you a co-host. Okay, share the screen. I never came across such thing. Dinesh, I made you a co-host.
No, not me, sir.
Sorry, ज्ञानतेजा.
Yes, sir.
Co-host बना दिया, एक बार चेक करो. दिखाओ मुझे, let me see what's going on. सबको ये प्रॉब्लम ऐसे कुछ आ रहा है क्या?
No, sir.
No, sir. This is the first time I'm getting. So see here.
अरे तुम मोबाइल पे हो?
No, sir. Actually, my laptop. I just now I logged off, sir. So again I joined in my mobile. So what is this about, sir?
I don't know. अरे यार, एक तो कुछ दूसरा लिंक
Yes, sir.
होगा. This is
See
not
here.
with respect to your attendee.
Yes, sir. This is from attendee, sir. After submitting of my attendance, yes, I got. How is your feedback? Just I said loud it something, and it showed paste the link of the review you have submitted, and again the link had been opened like this, sir.
Okay, I don't know.
So
This might
after
be
writing of review,
okay. Maybe they are using it to showcase with some marketing strategies, I guess. I don't know. I'm just seeing this. I don't know. Serious, I don't know. Fill करो कुछ तो. Yeah. Gnanateja, it is more disturbance from your end. अच्छा ठीक है, no problem.
sure, sir. Sure, sir. Sir, just a second, sir. It is asking about which school are you reviewing? What do I have to write, sir?
मुझे क्या पता है भाई.
नहीं हमें भी तो दिखता है.
I don't know. मैंने तो कभी वो फॉर्म फिलअप ही नहीं किया था.
मैंने भी अटेंडेंस सबमिट किया ना, इसमें नहीं शो रहा है. ये पहले
लिंक
से
आया आपको भी?
रखा होगा तभी शो रहा है.
Yes, sir. See here, sir. It is asking like this, sir.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you. I'm
We are-
happy to hear that you're loving the experience. It would be really helpful if you reviewed us. अरे बाबा, ये तो in that you'll be giving a 10, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Okay, एक बार course report क्या है, एक बार check करो in the new tab.
That's what, sir. That it will open that this one, sir.
No. Go into another tab and see what is course report. Type course report here. Codes, not guides.
Yes.
Okay. Find the best bootcamp for you. Okay. नीचे जाओ. अच्छा, here it is showing you all the available code learning platforms.
Yes, sir. Even Attenu is one of these, right?
Exactly. So that's the reason they're willing to make. They are trying to make the Attenu look more feasible. So that's the reason we are asking you to give the review on that.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah, that's pretty much. Chalo then. Thank you, folks.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good night.
Yes, sir.
Good night, sir. Take care, sir.
Good night. Good night.